We're lucky enough to be joined by Michael Rischer. Michael, come on over here a little bit closer. I don't stink, do I?
No.
Okay, good. That's a good thing. Michael has been in the studio with us on multiple occasions, and he's got great information to share as always. But you guys actually have an event coming up on Saturday and Sunday, or is it just
Saturday?
Just Saturday. Yeah. And that's at Depot Bay, the Oregon Rockfish Classic.
Oregon Rockfish Classic, yep. It's
first annual? Third annual?
It's the 6th annual.
See how bright I am? I tried to take a stab at it and failed miserably. But this is going to be a big event this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's actually, this is the first year that I've been put in charge. I'm actually the tournament director this year.
Very cool.
And so I've had been given the ability to not only locate sponsors, pull all the permits and whatnot, but just kind of, help get it, facilitate all the location and all the aspects of a tournament. There's a lot more that goes on to a tournament than people realize.
I actually thought about, for the last several years, of doing an outdoor GPS shad tournament, on the Willamette.
Sure.
Okay, well, just to get into the logistics of that alone, we're like, hey, forget it. This is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I need somebody a lot brighter than myself to actually put that on. But look for that maybe next year. If you have thoughts on that, feel free to send me an email. You can participate too, but you have to be in a kayak.
I'll be in a kayak.
Okay, fair enough.
Absolutely.
Now, how's it actually been over there for fishing out of Depot Bay? Has anybody been there already, kind of pre-fishing the thing?
There's a lot of people. This year, we're about 100 anglers we have signed up at this point right now.
And it's all kayakers, right?
It's all kayakers. And at this point right now, there's about 30 or 40 of them already out there staying, trying to pre-fish this week.
Sure.
They're staying there. We stay at Chinook Bend RV Park, which is about 4 miles up the Siletz River.
Sure.
Beautiful place. Tons of room for all of us to, stretch out with all of our kayaks and tents, and that's kind of our headquarters for the tournament. But it's the guys that are out there right now. It's the fishing has been tough because the wind is really blowing out there right now.
Really? What's the forecast going into the weekend?
The original forecast was the winds were supposed to let off as of today and tomorrow. It looks like they may still be hanging on through Friday, possibly into Saturday. If that is the case, we have a backup plan going into Newport. Instead, we'll fish the fingers there in Yaquina Bay, and there's a little bit better wind protection in there and whatnot. So.
Now, I mentioned during the show, and I didn't know this either way, but is this a tournament that anybody can join if they have a kayak? You obviously have to pre-register, and you're probably already booked up for that, but for, say, next year or whatever?
Absolutely, yep.
Anybody can join? It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to be a Hobie. It can be an adult.
It doesn't have to be a Hobie. It can be anybody. There are things that we require. There's safety, checks that we do.
Sure.
Also, the Lincoln County Sheriff's going to be out there tomorrow night where we're camping. We're going to have a big pig. One of the guys is cooking. Actually, right now is cooking a pig in the ground.
Really?
So we're going to have a Kahlua pig is what they call it, and we're going to be out there tomorrow night. So a couple of sheriffs from Lincoln County Sheriff's Department's going to come join us from 5 to 7.
Sweet.
Have a little bit of pig, inspect our kayaks, make sure that, that we have the appropriate PFDs,
right.
A whistle, dry suits.
Yeah, the right, you got to dress, like you say a lot here on the show even, you got to dress for the water conditions, not for the air conditions.
Absolutely, and that's the biggest thing, that it's just the water is so cold here that, we dress for immersion. We don't dress for air temps. But so we'll go over all that kind of stuff. The sheriffs will double check it. That way we can, come show up Saturday morning at 5 a.m. is when we start. So,
sure, and everybody's going to be clean and everything will be good to go.
Ready to go.
Just get in and go.
Yeah, we'll be inspected and ready to jump in. And
so are you competing?
I'm not this year. I'm not. I've actually done very well in the tournament. I've actually won this tournament 2 of the last 3 years, personally. This last year...
So basically they got the ringer out, let you take the headaches and build the thing.
Exactly.
And then let everybody else...
They took me out of the scene. So,
awesome.
No, but...
That's what I do.
But I was happy to do it. It's, like I said, it's a lot of fun, but just planning it is as much fun as competing in it.
Yeah.
It really is a lot of fun.
Well, it should be a good time for you because you don't have to stress about nothing. You can cruise around on some of your Hobies. You said you're going to take the... They have a big one with the sail.
Yeah. And
an outrigger on the side, or a boom.
It's got 2 pontoons basically that come off on both sides. It's Tandem Island is one I'm going to have out there on Saturday. I'm going to be taking your camera guy Clint.
Sweet.
Is going to be sitting shotgun, sitting behind me. And so we're going to go sail around from angler to angler and kind of see what's going on. You know, get some quick interviews on the water, and you know, maybe have them hold up their stringer and show us, you know, where they're at for the day.
What is the format? Is it catch and kill, catch and photo? What is it?
This one is a catch and kill. It's single heaviest fish tournament. So, boy, last year my fish that won it last year was 19, almost 20 pounds for a lingcod.
Holy crap! Yeah, no kidding. And it must have had a head on this big.
It was huge.
If I'm sitting on the water line now, I hope that you've watched the show here long enough. We filmed a couple of times with the guys from Hobie. You're only that far up the water.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to see them out.
It's a big face, yeah. With polarized glasses looking down, you know, we get a good glimpse at them, even at 10 feet down coming up, and all you can see is teeth and mouth.
That's awesome.
Through the water. So, so a lot of big fish caught. There's a lot of big cabezon out there. You know, we've been doing a lot of fishing so far this year out on the ocean, and we're seeing some big cavies. So
that's cool.
I have a feeling the winning fish this year very well could be a big old monster cavie. So
a 20-pound cabezon. Have you seen one of those?
Last year we had an 18, maybe it was a 15-pound cavie.
Wow.
As part of the top 10.
How many tacos could you make with that?
Big
I don't
fish.
know, but that's got to be that's going to be tasty. And you're actually putting on a fish fry, but we'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back from this break, everyone. Stay with us. You're watching Outdoor GPS only here on Comcast Sportnet. When we come back, we're going to continue to talk with Michael about the upcoming event over on the coast, as well as see if we can get some local reports out of him that might help you this upcoming weekend. And you'll only see it here on Outdoor GPS. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes, joined by Michael Rischer with Hobie right here in studio. And we were talking a little bit off air about some of the fish that they catch out there. And you got a whole bunch of sponsors this year, one of which, by the way, is Fisherman's Marine. Is now is our primary sponsor here on Outdoor GPS, but they're going to be out there as well.
Yep. Fisherman's is definitely on board with us and has been very good to me personally and the kayak fishing community. They're definitely embracing us with open arms.
And Deacon Brian's, I always say that because I'm so used to
Deacon Brian's Next Adventure.
I'm so used to that, but Next Adventure's out there as well.
Absolutely, they're going to be out there. We're bringing their cooking trailer, and I mean it's going to be a big old feast.
It's going to be
Friday night's going to be a feast. Saturday, the big fish fry is going to be a lot of fun.
Right.
We got Ninkasi Brewery out of Eugene has donated 2 kegs to the festivities. So
fish fry and kegs?
I'm already heard they've already tapped the first keg. So
nice.
That wasn't supposed to happen until tomorrow, but see what happens when I'm not out there.
It'll be gone by tomorrow anyway.
Yeah. So, but we also have Daiwa Cone Zone is very, very good. We've got our captain's bags. Yeah. We have 100 captain's bags. The captain's bags alone are worth about $60.
Wow.
We've got Cone Zone, brand new, the new UV Pearl that Mike Heineman at Cone Zone just came out with. It's got 100 of those for us.
Oh, something similar to this one?
Procure. Yep. Very, very similar to that.
We got it here in the studio. But no, it's great to get all the participation from the local companies. That's what's nice.
A lot of it. Angler Innovations with the shear spins. Got 100 of those.
Wow.
I got rattle traps. I got the salt 100 rattle traps came on board. And I'm talking, and Next Adventure made T-shirts, you know, the tournament T-shirts. We got pint glasses. We got all kinds of good stuff.
Very cool.
So we're real excited about it. So everybody everybody leaves winning something on this tournament. The captain's bags are pretty.
The guy that wins the whole thing, biggest fish, what's he at?
Biggest fish, or she is going to be a brand new Hobie Outback. So state-of-the-art kayak that I personally use and I guide out of those kayaks. They're very, very good kayaks. Also have dry suit companies. I got a $900 dry suit for second place. I've got GoPro, one of these brand new Hero 3s.
Which, by the
black
way, are
version.
very confusing if you're a relic like myself. But they are very cool.
They're very
cool. Being able to hook it up to your phone. You can hook it up to your iPad. It's slick.
Super cool.
Yeah,
very,
for me,
very
I need that. Something at least I can focus with.
So,
well, very cool. You guys got a lot of gigs going on. Now, your fish fry that you got going on Saturday, is that just for the contestants, or is it for anybody?
It's for the families. It's for everybody. You know, with 100 anglers that we have coming out, you know, with families and everybody and spouses, there's probably going to be at least, you know, 200-300 people.
Yeah.
There at the fish fry. So,
and if you're bringing all those fish back, holy crap! You're talking about the best fish tacos there is.
Fresh.
Cabezon is one of my favorite ones for fish tacos.
Yep.
Easily. For me, I like that a lot better than I do even the lingcod.
I agree.
A lot of people don't agree with that. I'm like, dude, the cab's
my favorite. Yeah. Close second is a lingcod, and then the sea bass, the black sea bass are wonderful as well.
Those are really, really good. Yeah. Do you ever catch sand dab?
You know, we do out there sometimes.
Sand dab, if you take the time, because a lot of people let those go. Because, just a little flounder or whatever else. If you take the time to fillet it, it's up there in the top 3 for taco meat for fish taco.
I'll have to give that a try.
They're a little bit more difficult to fillet out, but when you do it, their meat is just, they're delicious. We just wanted to see one time how many different flavors of meat could we try, and that was right there at the top of the heap with cabezon.
Oh, I'll have to give that a try.
It's well worth trying, So you've got 100 contestants that are out there. Next year, people want to participate. Can they sign up already, or they just want to wait until later on? Or
wait until later on. All of our communication here locally for these kinds of tournaments and kayak fishing in general in the Northwest, we use northwestkayakAnglers.com as our source of information. It's basically just an online, just a forum here that we use in the Northwest. From Alaska all the way down to Oregon, into Idaho, Montana. They're all part of our forum. We've got, I think, 2,500, maybe 3,000 members of the forum. But it's growing so fast. It's crazy. We can't even keep up with the growth.
Well, I'm hoping that we help in some way here at GPS, and I can tell you this: that folks, if you're not going to pay attention to the sturgeon fishery on the Willamette, take the family, go over to Depot Bay, check this gig out. They're going to have great events going on that everybody can participate in, and it will give you a real feel for how these kayaks actually work. I actually, real quickly, I got to cut to a break, but just a few days ago over on the Multnomah Channel, met a family that was putting in, and they learned from our show about the Hobies, went to the event that you had over on the Willamette here a month or two ago, and they bought a tandem. And they were out there enjoying themselves, loved the thing. I had to tell the guy, don't jump in there off the dock because that's going to be a problem. But that's why Michael always goes back to the first thing, most important, safety. You always got to be safe when you're out there. And I'm sure that's going to be pressed home with everyone that's out there this weekend.
Yep, big time.
Well, have fun with it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing the footage, and thanks for coming in and talking with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on. Everybody,
stay with us. When we come back, I'm going to wrap up the show, give you an idea of what I got going on for you tomorrow. As well as we're going to be rolling over to Outdoor GPS Extra on CSNNW.com. I've got some stuff that I haven't had a chance to talk about that I wanted to on today's show that we'll be carrying over to Outdoor GPS Extra. And I still have a pizza that we're going to give away on CSNNW.com, the only place that you're going to be able to see Outdoor GPS Extra. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.